banger. And today, I've been hearing y'all boys have problems with getting interceptions in college football 25 Road to Glory. So guess what? We're gonna hop into how to get a pick every damn game. Let's get into it. Hey, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe. For doing those 3 things goes a long way. It'll help your boy out a lot, so go and take care of that. As we're almost to 20,000 subs, and make sure you guys have that noti bell so you guys don't miss any video. Now let's get straight into the video, boys. So a lot of y'all boys, and I mean a lot of people, have been asking me to do a video like this where I kind of go over the best way to kind of get interceptions in this game. So that's what we're gonna do today. And guess what? I got my linebackers too. For all my linebackers, we're gonna talk about that also. So first things first, before we get into any damn gameplay, before we even touch the field, we gotta talk about the ratings. So obviously right here I'm on one of my glitched cornerback builds, one of my glitched 97 overall slot cornerbacks. So with this gameplay, I'm gonna make it pretty difficult because you see right here his height is 5'5". Yes, my nigga, he's about as short as you can be in this damn game. He's constant that height. So yes, I'm gonna make this about as tough as possible with that. He's 160 pounds. And looking at my range, you see I have my hands category upgraded a good amount. So you see right here, 86 catching, 85 catching traffic, which is insane for a cornerback in this game. So when you're going for picks in this game, if you're trying to get a lot of picks, if you're trying to be, 5, 6 picks in one game, you need to have this category pretty high. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't have to be maxed out. It doesn't have to be, even at this level, but it has to be at least like in the 80s, high 70s at least, if you want to be catching a lot of them picks. Now, also, a thing you also want to do is also get this power up. Obviously, it's not upgraded too much on this build, but once again, this is another one that you kind of want to get up over time if you want to, start jumping out the gym and getting a bunch of these picks. Get this power up also. This one's really, really good because you see the jumping. My jumping is only at 85, and with me being 5'5", I need to be able to jump pretty high for a lot of these picks. I need to be getting good animations. So if you get, your catching and your hands upgraded, and along with this power category, it's gonna help you out with just a lot of, better animations, a lot of, better catch animations on these interceptions. Now, we ain't stopping there. We also gotta talk about these abilities. So you also want to have platinum house call. Yes, you need to have this on platinum. That's why I also said, upgrade the ratings like hands and things of that nature so you could get house call on platinum. The reason why you want this on platinum is because it gives you the best interception attempts and it helps you not lose stamina on your return. So basically, whenever you return trying to get a pick six, you're not going to lose stamina. So you need to have house call. This is a must. You have to have this on platinum. This will be one of the first abilities that you do get the platinum just because how good it is. It's probably one of the best cornerback abilities you can get. Just once again for overall getting interceptions and making sure you actually jump up and grab the interception and have a good attempt on it. So those are 2 things you need to know. Make sure your ratings are right and make sure you have the right abilities for this. Now, to my linebackers, y'all do not get y'all don't have this hands category. If I'm not mistaken, y'all don't have this hands category. So what I will say is I think the pass coverage linebacker gets house call. I want to say, I'm not 100%, but if the linebacker gets house call, the pass coverage one, you need to at least have that. Last thing we gotta talk about before we go and step on the field is that we need to touch our settings. So we're gonna go here to league settings and boom, you need to have this bitch on Heisman. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I know some of y'all fucking with the All-American. Some of y'all nasty dudes are even on varsity. Hell nah. Put this bitch on Heisman. It needs to be on Heisman. If you want to get a bunch of picks, get tested all game, make it as fun as possible, Heisman is the only way to go. If you step outside your zone, if you're 1 step behind, they're gonna throw that motherfucker deep. So it needs to be on Heisman. Quarter length, I would say probably go 10 minutes with accelerated clock off. If you want to get a bunch of picks, 2, 3, even 4 picks a game, you need to be on about 10 minutes. If you're on 5 or 6 minutes, it's not going to be the best. Even I would say even 8 is not really the best case scenario because you don't get that many chances on defense. I would say at least go 10 minutes if you want a bunch of opportunities to get picks. That's what I would say. Turn the accelerated clock off. You can have it on if you want to have a little bit faster of a gameplay. You put it on like 20-second minimum play clock. You could do this also if you want just to run a little bit faster. But once again, 10-minute minimum is what I would do. But let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. So boom, you will see it on your screen. I'm using my 5'5" slot cornerback. You see right here? Yank! Thank you, my nigga. I'm going back the other way. We going to the crib. So yes, I'm not gonna lie, the best way, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the number 1 thing you gotta know about, getting picks in this game is basically you have to bait. I know a lot of y'all boys you've been saying, you know, it doesn't work the same way like how it does in Madden. It doesn't, you know, feel as baity as it does in Madden, but it's still, you have to bait. You have to bait. You have to bait. You have to learn how to bait. And the best way to kind of explain baiting in this game is you essentially step away from your zone, and then as the play kind of like snap, or as the quarterback snaps the ball, you kind of like shoot back to your zone. So you'll see in a bunch of these clips where I run away and then just run backward. I mean, run back to my zone. That's essentially what it is. Like, I start the play before the ball is snapped. I start out of position. Once the ball is snapped, I get back in position, and that's basically how you bait. That's essentially how baiting works overall in this game. That's how you use your lurk. It's starting somewhere else and then finishing, you know, back where you were supposed to be, covering your, you know, original zone. So that's essentially how you bait in this game. Now, this is obviously gonna vary. Obviously, like you see, I'm pretty fast in this, you know, because I'm 5'5". So if you're a smaller cornerback, you're gonna move around the field faster. If you're a smaller player overall, you're gonna move around the field faster. So because I'm 5'5", I look very fast, but my player's only like 91 speed. I think he has 97 excel as a slot cornerback. So I say that because, you know, I know a lot of y'all are, you know, underdogs. A lot of y'all are 70s or, you know, in the 80s or whatever the case is if you haven't done the glitch. So yeah, you know, you're gonna have to make sure, you know, you don't play too aggressive. If you're a lower overall, you know, if you're not that fast or whatever the case is, don't be super aggressive, because that's how you're gonna get your ass cooked. You're gonna be getting cooked every damn play. So you have to make sure, you know your ratings, you know how fast you are, because obviously if you're 99 speed or 95 speed, you can obviously be a lot more aggressive with your baiting. But if you're only like 83 speed, like I've seen some cornerbacks be, you obviously have to play a little bit further back. You have to, you know, you can't be super out of position. You gotta, you know your limits basically when you're trying to bait on this game. So, like I said, I mean, you're just seeing, like, you're seeing a lot of these times where I'm just baiting the quarterback, stepping out of my zone, and then getting right back to it. Now, the best way to get the interceptions if you're a cornerback is not going to be with the slot cornerback. So y'all see in one of these clips where I'm actually in the slot, that's because I'm a slot cornerback. If you're a slot archetype, then they're going to put you in the slot most of the game. Now, the best way to get interceptions if you're on the outside, so man-to-man, zone, if you're one of those archetypes, they're going to mainly have you on the outside, and that's the best way to get picks. If you're playing on the outside the entire game, that is the best, 100% the best way to get picks. It's a lot harder to get it in the slot than in the than on the outside, because the outside, you know, you're gonna be facing mostly like streaks and, you know, basically, you know, like fade routes the entire game. So that's like the best way. And another thing is with the formations and the plays that you call. So I already told y'all in my last video, the best defensive playbook in this game is 3-3-5 tight. It's not even close, honestly. It is not even damn close. 3-3-5 tight. I showed y'all in the last video how to you know, put it on, or how to, you know, equip it, you know, to your teams. It is the best defensive playbook in this game. When I was, you know, doing all these, you know, getting all these picks and stuff, the plays that they would like give to me to call were some of the best plays in the game. Like, it is mostly zone blitzes. It's a good formation. It's usually like 3-3-5. It's usually 3-3-5 penny, which is the best formation in the game. 3-3-5 penny, where it has like 5 or 6 linebackers on the field. That is one of the best formations in the game. And the reason why I say that is because if you do a zone blitz in that formation, it gets home very, very fast. You know, you can like crash out your D-line, whatever the case is. It's gonna get home pretty damn fast, and that's gonna help you get interceptions, because the quarterback has to let that bitch go. If he doesn't let it go in about 2 to 3 seconds, he's basically sacked. Heisman, along with the defenses you call, are gonna get you tested a lot in this game. So you need to make sure you have all these things at your disposal when you're at cornerback trying to get a lot of picks. And once again, making sure you're in position when they're throwing the ball. Just make sure you're in position. Don't stray too far away from your original zone. Don't go too far away, especially if you're not super fast. Just making sure you're playing your angles right. Also, they're not gonna like lob it over your head too much. Like, they're not gonna lob the ball. A lot of times you see it in these clips, they're just bullet passing the ball, and that's how you're gonna get a lot of interceptions. They're gonna bullet pass you. As long as you're in the trajectory of the ball, you're gonna be in position to kind of get a pick, as long as they don't like bomb it over your head crazy deep. So you guys just keep that in mind when you're trying to get picks in this game, is making sure you have the right angle, making sure you're baiting correctly, and making sure you're just calling the right defenses so the quarterback is getting pressure and he has to test you deep. And also, the best coverages that goes in will be cover 3, which I think is number 1, or you can go cover 1 man. basically anything where you don't have safety help over the top is going to be the best way to go. So do not go nothing like cover 2 or cover 6 or nothing like that. Make sure either in cover 3 or cover 1 man so you have no safety help. So whenever it looks like you're kind of burnt, they're going to test you every single time. Now, boy, let's go talk about linebackers. Where my linebackers at, man? So best way to get linebacker picks, yank. Thank you, my nigga. Now we going the other way. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So with linebackers, I ain't even gonna cap, my boy. It's a little bit easier to get picks here, and the reason why I say that is because if you miss the pick or you get beat, it's not a touchdown. With cornerback, nigga, if you get beat, GG's, the driver's over because you just got your bitch ass burnt. Now, with linebacker, it's not really the same way. It's a little bit easier. You know, you have a lot more chances, I would say. So with linebacker, essentially what you want to do is bait once again. That's the number one thing you have to do is bait. You're going to see in these clips where I start down at the line of scrimmage and then go back to my original zone. So yes, you have to bait. Yes, start, you know, by the line of scrimmage. And another big thing, and this is something that the cornerbacks can't really do, it is not really beneficial to them, is like blitzing yourself. So you're going to see in some of these clips where I'm at the line of scrimmage and I put myself in a blitz assignment by like clicking A and then going down the right stick, or yeah, the right stick, yeah. So that's gonna put yourself in a blitz assignment. You're gonna see right here, boom, you see I'm in a blitz assignment before the ball snap. The reason why you do that is because that's gonna allow the defense to shed better. So if you put yourself in a blitz assignment, they're gonna get to the quarterback faster, the blitzes are gonna work faster because the offensive line is thinking you're gonna blitz, but you're actually not. So you have to make sure you do that, all right? Make sure you're in the blitz assignment and then just run back to your original zone. Most of the time, you're gonna be in the yellow zone anyway, so once again, you blitz down, you put yourself in the blitz, come down to the line of scrimmage, and you're gonna go back to your original zone, which is basically covering the middle of the field. Now, another thing which I don't show in this is I would also say for a lot of y'all, if if this is still hard, make the camera angle the like zoomed out one, where you're looking from the offensive perspective of the field. Zoom it out just like one click. So do down the D-pad one time and zoom it out a little bit so you can see if someone's like going over, you're over your head, or someone's like running behind you. That's another thing that could kind of help the linebackers. Cornerbacks, I would not say that. I would say cornerback, really keep it as zoomed in as possible, but for the linebackers, you can also zoom it out just one time just so you can see, if someone's like running the dig behind you or running the drag or whatever the case is, you can see the field a little bit better. So I would say that for the linebacker. And also, in all these clips, I'm also using my run stopping linebacker. I'm not even using a pass coverage linebacker in these clips. So that should tell you right there, getting picked with the linebacker is really not that hard. You really just have to learn how to play a yellow zone, how to bait with a yellow zone. And that's the easiest zone to kind of bait, just because you see right here, they're gonna throw it right at you. They're gonna throw it right over the middle. You just gotta know where people are. You gotta know your surroundings. That's why I also said change the camera angle if you need to, because it's gonna help you know if someone's running behind you and things of that nature. But overall though, getting picked with the linebacker, bait the quarterback, put yourself in the blitz angle and make a play, bro. That's essentially what it is. Run back and make a play. Obviously, your speed is obviously gonna matter. Like, obviously you want to be faster. You want to, be able to, get back to the ball. So making sure your stats are right is obviously gonna be a big thing. But linebackers jump in this game, which is a good thing. Like in Madden, you need abilities for your linebacker to jump. In this game, you don't need abilities. So a lot of the times, as long as you're pretty tall, in this gameplay, my linebacker is 5'11", you see him jumping. So a lot of y'all are like 6'4", 6'5". If you're that tall, you're gonna be jumping up out the gym for a lot of these picks. So all that in mind, it's not hard to get linebacker picks. It's obviously easier than cornerback. You just gotta, like I said, be able to bait, know how to bait the quarterback. All right, boys, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more bangers just like this one. And until next time, peace.